Welcome to the Knocked Off Podcast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Jeans.
A bit tighter, like a bit more, especially how big mine is. Cha-ching! Yeah, it's just my balls are really saggy.
Yes, hello listener, welcome back. Hope you are doing well. How are you, Isabella?
Pretty good. How are you going? How's your week?
It's poking along. What happened on the weekend for you?
The same thing that happened for you, actually.
What, you rode motorbikes all weekend?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough gig, actually. I did pretty well. Jet, actually, when I tell this story, I don't want to say I volunteered because Jet volunteered me, actually, to be a volunteer, so it was kind of involuntary, but I was technically a volunteer on the weekend at what would you call it? What is it called? Australian Off-Road Championship?
Yeah, mate, enduro.
Which is like motorbikes, for those of you who don't know, and they like jump over like logs and rocks and stuff, and what?
Nothing.
Well, it's just like not a straight track. It's like an obstacle course on a motorbike.
It's a good way to put it, I suppose.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, that'll do.
Anyway, I didn't see Jet ride on the weekend. I was on a different track, and I was timekeeping, and it wasn't bad, but like, man, free labour is just not my vibe. I'm no volunteer when it's 40 degrees outside. No, it was fine. It was like 30 degrees. We spent the Saturday and Sunday there, but it was a pretty like good weekend, I think, and it's good to like support things when they're local to you and help people out, I guess. Jet, how did you go on the weekend? I feel like yours was a bit more exciting than what mine was.
I don't want to talk about Saturday. Saturday was a bit of a blunder. I didn't do too well. But Sunday I got the win in the clubbins class, so I was happy about that.
And highlight of the weekend?
Winning, I'd say.
And what was the worst part?
I'll get into that a bit later on with what's up my nose.
Okay. No worries.
But other than that, not much happened on the weekend. I finally mowed the lawn yesterday.
It went really quick, hey?
Yeah.
Like, because we were there, not even kidding, the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So I think, are you doing anything on the weekend, like upcoming?
I'm trying not to.
It would be nice. If anyone is wondering, I'm very busy at home doing nothing. But technically I need to like clean the house and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing next weekend. Hopefully it stays that way. You'll find out next week. I guess the most important update I have for you guys is that our merch arrived late last week, and they've all been posted, and hopefully most of our pickups have been collected, and if not, we've been in touch with you to collect them. So sorry about the delay. We hope you love your shirt or your hat. And yeah, I feel like that's just like a good way to start off. For anyone that hasn't yet received them, they're definitely on their way to you. So that's exciting, I guess.
I just want to give the Reeds a shout out too. They were very interested in the podcast over the weekend. So shout out to the Reed family.
Shout out to the Reed family.
Thought about to add that in, otherwise I'll be in trouble.
I'm glad you remembered. I already forgot.
Yeah.
All right, so just going into pop culture. So I feel like my whole newsfeed has just been absolutely swamped with Oscars stuff. So the Oscars were, I believe, over the weekend. But to be honest, I don't really care about them. So I'm just going to keep it very brief on what's happened and what I think is important. I think everyone will be very glad to know that I think the whole Barbie movie saga is starting to finish here. We've had like another awards night. We've had some wins. We've had some, performances and whatnot. I feel like it's starting to fizzle out, and they will find a new movie to talk about soon enough. Billie Eilish, though, did win an Oscar. She won the Best Original Song Award for her song What Was I Made For, which was in the Barbie movie. But she has now become the youngest person to ever win 2 Oscars.
Should I?
Yeah, so good on her. I feel like she's a very humble artist, so I don't mind like talking about her, and like I think she actually deserves stuff like that. And I think it's pretty cool, like her music style. Like she's just so like authentic, and her brother Phineas does, yeah,
Terrible name.
he does a lot of like her song writing, and at the Oscars it was just the two of them performing. Like he played the piano and stuff. So I feel like that's a pretty cool memory, like for them, I guess, growing up together and achieving that. Also at the Oscars, you know, Liza Koshy,
Yes.
she fell over on the red carpet. So
Like, can't up, eh?
it's no longer Jennifer Lawrence that's talked about for falling over. It's now Liza Koshy.
Remember
But-
when Amy Schumer fell over in front of Kanye? She might even like done it on purpose, and Kanye just walked around her.
Yeah.
He just did it.
Yeah. She would so do something like that on purpose.
I think
eh?
it was like a
Yeah. Well, do you remember when Jennifer Lawrence fell over? I think she fell
Yeah.
up the stairs. Someone had interviewed her, I think, somewhat recently, and asked her about it, and she said how like devastating it was for people to say that she did it on purpose, like because it was like so humiliating. Like, obviously, her situation's a bit different to Amy Schumer, but anyway, I don't know if you've seen this, Jet, but Robert Irwin made his like runway debut recently on the Melbourne Fashion
Shit, eh?
Fashion Festival. Have you seen it?
I have not. First I've heard
He
of it.
was walking the catwalk in his pretty like cool clothes and whatnot.
Who was he modelling for?
No idea.
Oh.
I don't know if they model like for just one like brand per se or designer, or if they
Thought that was the whole idea, like to show a designer.
yeah, I guess so. But I didn't look that much into it, to be honest, because I don't also care that much. But I find it pretty funny that he's gone from the zoo boy to modelling.
Zoo boy.
Zoo boy.
Oh.
Smart move on his behalf. He's really going to, I think, rake in the dollars. Like, he's getting his name. Obviously, his name's always been out there, but he's stepping into that, like, not influencer style, but he's just moving into a different kind of industry, I guess. Obviously, he'll always be like Steve Irwin's son and be known for Australia Zoo, but it's kind of cool, I guess, in that way that he's doing something else. And he's recently single too, so the ladies are loving that.
Lining up, eh?
He's also pretty big on TikTok. I see his TikToks often. They're
I
all
see a few of his
they're all
TikToks.
animal they're all animal related often, but I feel like he's a pretty cool guy.
Isn't Bindi bloody married these days?
Yeah, Bindi Owen. So she's married to like this American guy, and he now lives here and like works at the zoo as well. I think they've got maybe a child. I feel like if you married into that family, like that's your life now. There's no way that
Oh,
either
yeah,
of
big
them
time.
would have ever done something else, right? Which, like, understandably. But what do you think it would be like living and working there?
I think you're good. Fun. You'd
He does like the croc shows and stuff.
I don't know if I'd get that into it. Maybe just
That's
like
your job.
feed some other animals.
Which kind?
The meerkats or something.
The meerkats.
Have you
Seem
watched
unproblematic.
You watched Alvin and the Chipmunks 2 the other day.
We did. Just on a random weeknight. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of weeknights, last night we had Sunday night KFC for dinner after riding all weekend. It hit a little different.
It did not hit that well for me.
Fuck, it hit.
It was good because I didn't have to cook, but I was still like, oh, I feel like shit. But yeah, better than cooking anything. Yeah, we did watch Alvin and the Chipmunks. I just randomly put it on after I'd cooked dinner, and Jet hadn't quite gotten home yet. And by the time he got home, I'd like just started it, and he walked into the house. He was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" And then we just sat there on the couch.
I actually hadn't realised how many times I'd watched that as a kid. I was
Yeah, you
pretty
were
much
like
reciting every
reciting
word.
all of it. Yeah, but if you want to go watch a easy to watch movie, I feel like it's so easy, and it didn't go for long at all.
No, it's like an hour and 20 probably.
Yeah, it was so short, but so good. I feel like, do you like number 1 or 2 better?
That one was pretty good.
I actually think I don't know if I prefer number 2, but I find it easier to watch, and maybe because I've seen number 1 so many times.
A lot of movies, they get to number 3 and just jump the shark completely. Like number
What's number 3? I don't remember.
they're like on a cruise and they
Oh.
go like on an island.
Yeah, we don't need to see
Come
that.
on, guys.
Usually, like, you only need like a 1 and a 2.
It's
You don't need more
unrealistic
than
enough
that.
that chipmunks are talking.
Us singing and talking. Well, I guess talking's weird enough, right? So cute though. I love them. Who's your favourite chipmunk?
I'm gonna lean into Simon.
He's pretty cool.
Lucky cocky as
Mine's
well.
Theodore. He's so cute.
Fat little fuck.
He's always been so cute and like little chubby guy.
Which I was telling Isabella about this the other day. My sister Ali thought that the chipmunks actually were the ones singing, and it wasn't until she listened to like a chipmunk song.
You mean like that they were real animals
Yeah.
doing it?
Well, I'm not sure really what she thought, but she didn't think it was just like it was an edited version of a song. Until
Yeah.
she listened to one and it sounded the exact same. Something happened, they coughed or something in the song, and it was the same. So she was disappointed.
That's funny. I was disappointed too to know that they're not real. I mean, if you put your mind to it, you can really kind of imagine it, right?
Not really.
Have you seen any of the controversy going on with the royal family?
I've not. I don't dabble too far into the royals.
Now, I feel like what is most recently popping off is a little bit problematic. So I did speak on this a little while ago now that Kate Middleton, it was at the same time that King Charles, I always got to call him Prince Charles, King Charles they'd announced that he had been like unwell or been diagnosed with some sort of illness.
Cancer, I think.
Yeah, the C word. Anyway, at that same time, they had announced that Kate had like an abdominal surgery and that she wouldn't be returning to royal duties until whatever date, which I think was around Easter, which has not obviously happened yet. So she's been off the grid since like at least January. There's been no sightings of her or anything, but the royal family have shared their first picture since she's been MIA. Now, what they probably thought was a very harmless
Does she look like a robot?
photo. Well, I'll show you the photo. So it's just like a family photo. Kate's in the middle. She's got the 3 kids around her. The issue with this is that this photo has been so poorly photoshopped that everyone's speculating that it's not, like it's fake, like it's been merged with another photo just so she can put something out to act like everything's fine, you know?
So what you're saying is she's dead.
She's not dead, I don't think.
Mm.
They can't, I don't think if she was dead that they would be pretending to be her and then all of a sudden they're like,
Well, maybe they killed her, Isabella.
okay.
It's
I'll
happened
show you
before.
here
It's happened
just a-
before.
Example of how it's photoshopped. Can you see like the sleeve missing on Princess Charlotte's wrist? So the sleeve's been like cut out a bit. She's like missing like her wedding ring and like there was just a few weird things with like the boy's hands and yeah. Anyway,
You ever notice like when it's an AI generated photo, there's always like an extra hand or there's always extra fingers?
yeah. Well, it could be. I don't know if they
I don't
would.
think that's AI.
Yeah, I was gonna say they wouldn't do AI for this, but what one of like a photographer has come out and said is she's really investigated into it and thinks that they've taken a photo from her Vogue magazine and used her face and like edited it onto the photo, and then they've like merged all these photos together. Hence the poor like editing. Now, if that was the case, fine. Like, whatever. You would think, of all people, the royal family would be capable of having one, like, a really good photographer, editor, whatnot. I think they claimed that Prince William actually took the photo. Now, the bad thing about all of this, well, not bad, but the fishy part is because of all the speculation and all of that, Kate actually then, like, made a response to this, like, the following day. So they'd posted the photo for Mother's Day. Anyway, so the following day she goes, sorry, I'm on the wrong page. This is what she said on with the photo. Thank you for your kind wishes and continued support over the last 2 months. Wishing everyone a happy Mother's Day. And then it just had C for Catherine. So then the following day she comes back to Instagram, which I imagine it's not her on there. It's someone else posting for her. And the post says, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day. Signing, C. As if she's fucking editing
She's
the
dead.
family photo.
She's dead for sure, bro.
But like, I've seen a few mixed responses about this, and one lady's come on, she's like, I'm a photographer. I do this all the time where I've tried to merge photos and they don't look like that. And I'm like,
Why are you trying to merge a
she's
photo?
the fucking, like, she's not the photographer. Why would she be editing it? Like, it's so unrealistic. I can't even imagine that would be the case at all. But then another person's like, why are they making her take the blame for this, like, shitty
someone
mistake
else
they've
would
made?
be. She wouldn't even run her own Instagram.
No way. It's like a royal family Instagram,
Yeah.
and they would have. I feel like there would be a very large process for it to get to Instagram. Obviously, no one reviewed the photo very well, but it's shit that she's like copped the blame for this at the same time.
Yeah, well,
But like, what other excuse are you gonna make?
blame the dead woman.
So I wonder. I'm a little bit curious now to know like what it is that's happened and why they're being so fishy. I'm assuming whatever's going on is she's had like a major surgery or she's been undergoing like a treatment or something. Some people are saying she's had plastic surgery.
They're harvesting her organs.
Brazilian butt lift was the
They're
other
harvesting
thing.
her organs for King Charles.
Don't, man.
Conspiracy theory.
Spirit theory. But yeah, I find that a little bit odd. So that's my pop culture for the week. What's
Very
in the
interesting.
spotlight?
There's actually quite a bit this week, Isabella.
Okay, tell.
Main thing I've sort of been seeing as of late is the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. Have you seen anything about this?
All I've seen is like this afternoon I saw a TikTok of, did you say Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
Jake.
Yeah.
But there's a twist.
Okay. Jake Paul. And it was him like doing like a parody to a song. It's like, this is who's fighting Mike Tyson. Like it was one of those really old like YouTube videos. It was
Vine.
very cringe. Yeah, well, Vine probably.
So there's been a heap of rules come into the fight to make it like somewhat level pegging. So Mike Tyson, he's 57.
He's getting on.
So the rules are only Mike has to do the weigh in. Jake doesn't have to weigh in, so only Mike will have to reach the weight.
Why?
Don't know, it's a rule that Jake's put forward. Jake gets to wear headgear, Mike doesn't. Jake can tag in Logan anytime he deems it necessary in the fight.
How is that fair?
Because Mike Tyson could probably kill Jake Paul.
Yeah, but like, why? Okay, can you like rewind here? Why are they fighting?
Money.
Jake Paul fights people often though, right?
Yeah.
For money. Well, not for money, but
That'd be
it's-
all it's for. It's just
Yeah.
money.
It's really bizarre to me that he's gone from like this Vine guy to like fighting all these people.
I'm saying it now. If Mike Tyson doesn't knock him out, it's rigged, man.
Oh, for sure.
Mike Tyson's still getting around at
Absolutely.
57. He's looking pretty
Yeah.
good at the minute.
And just because he's like aging doesn't mean he wouldn't be still the big
No, he's
boy
still-
that he is.
He's still pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's in July as well, so a bit of time to
Oh,
get
yeah.
ready for it.
And a bit of time for people to talk about it too.
Yeah. What was the other? Oh, no drug testing. So they can both be on performance enhancing. Well, I know Jake definitely
Why
can.
is
Maybe
that a
Mike's.
rule? That's
So-
wild. So I guess he'll be using them.
You'd think so.
He'll probably need them. You're right.
So yeah, if I'm just saying now, if Mike doesn't win that one, I think it's definitely rigged.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that motherfucker back in his prime, I mean, geez. You wouldn't want to get caught in phone box with him, that's for sure.
No. Is Jake Paul actually like a decent fighter?
He's all right. Like, he's fought professional boxers and stuff before.
Yeah. Who was the most recent guy that he fought, do you know?
Tommy Fury, I think.
Yeah. I remember,
He
I
was
feel
on
like...
Love Island, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I see like a few... You see them pop up and everyone's talking about them, but you've got to pay to watch them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay per view, they call it.
Wow. So you'd be inviting all your friends over to watch it.
Probably.
basically,
It's on
yeah.
Netflix, I think. It's like
Netflix?
Netflix are like trying to start sport.
Are they?
Something, yeah.
Fuck that.
So,
Everyone does that. Why can't they all just stick to their own thing?
monies.
Monies.
Spencer Leniu has
Yes.
faced the NRL judiciary. He's been given 8 weeks on the sideline. Enough? Not enough? About the right amount, you think, Isabella?
I think if this had happened like a few years ago, they probably wouldn't have done anything. So I think something's better than nothing, for sure. I don't know. 8 weeks seems.
Another bit of a conspiracy theory. In 7 weeks, in 8 weeks, they play the Broncos again. So he's going to be missing that game.
Oh.
Get you thinking, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Coincidence?
8 weeks, I guess, is like a fair amount of
Yeah.
time, but like I don't think it's something you pull someone out of the season for. But I think they need to be punished for it. Was he like charged with anything?
No, I think it's just a game.
Yeah. 8 weeks is like enough time for you to probably think like I probably shouldn't have done that.
But in the judiciary, he was saying how he didn't
'Cause he
use
still
it.
thinks he's not. Like,
Yeah, he didn't use it as a derogatory term. Him and all his mates call each other this and that and
Okay.
all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe he should have had more than 8 weeks. then.
the representative from the NRL asked about the Adam Goods
Yeah.
situation. He said, I don't even know who that is. So he's very closed-minded or he's just
yeah,
fucking
and he's
stupid.
also like ignorant, I think.
Yeah.
But you would think these people, they make that mistake. You're supposed to own it. That's the
Yeah.
only way around it. In like,
I think
in
they
the light.
they need to make an example out of him, maybe get him to go around to a few schools or something like that. And
what a dick!
yeah,
The fact that he gets to the what's it called?
What?
The NRL,
judiciary.
yeah, and still thinks he hasn't done anything wrong. Why the fuck are you there, brother? You've clearly done
Can you
something
pull
wrong.
that mic away from your face a bit, bro?
He's
Thanks.
clearly done something wrong.
So yeah, moving on from that one. The NRL also,
Stop scratching your balls. There's
They're
a
itchy.
camera on. I hate when men do that.
I need to give him a wash, bros.
Yeah.
The rest of the NRL played out over the weekend. Nothing too much to report back on. Nothing too exciting. But in the Raiders dressing sheds, in like the main part where there's cameras and shit, they had like this big banner and it said "fuck 'em"
Really?
like, on there. Yeah, it was like like a
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like a motto. Like it was a part of their
Their
thing.
quote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just like a piece of like A4 paper. It's like
That's so proper.
blue tack to the thing.
So funny.
Fuck
Do you
'em.
have any other NRL news? Because I did see something earlier
Not looking to think off the top of my head.
regarding the footy show.
Nah.
You haven't seen that?
Nope.
Now this is off the Daily Mail. I saw it said Eddie Maguire to make shock return.
Bro.
That's AFL.
Yes.
Yeah. But I said NRL before.
Yeah, you did.
But I didn't realise. So if NRL doesn't have a footy show anymore, right?
They kind of do.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
the original one, but Matty
What
Johns.
is it? Matty
has-
Johns. Yeah. So I'm like, why does AFL get the footy show and we don't?
Well, we do. You can watch the Matty Johns show.
But it's not the same.
No, it's not. But
Why did they stop the footy show? Because of how bad it was.
yeah, it just went down the shitter.
I used to find it so funny as a kid watching it.
Yeah, well, Matty Johns left, and then surprise, surprise.
True. That was probably good for his own. I feel like he has picked up a lot in terms of
But he went on the channel. So he had like one on Channel 7, like a footy show.
not good.
It was terrible. Yeah.
What's it called? The Matty Johns show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Thursday night with Matty Johns
Yeah.
or Sunday night with Matty
But
Johns.
it's like, is it by Fox or?
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. And then they have NRL players come onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
right.
different
So
thing.
it's very much so like the footy show.
Similar, yes.
Yeah, right. It's funny that it's just his though.
Well, he's the host.
Yeah. And he's got a podcast.
He's actually started another one as well with Cooper, his son. He's got the family podcast, and then he's got another one.
So what's the family podcast?
John's family podcast.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He'd be a busy man or what?
Oh yeah,
Considering how much he'd have to film and
fingers in
record.
pies, and then he's got a radio show as well.
Yeah. Radio would be a hard job, I think.
It's good. I don't mind his radio show, Morning Glory on Friday mornings. Matty Johns.
Can you listen to it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, cool. All right.
Supercross was on the weekend. I missed it, unfortunately, because I was riding out of service.
So unfortunate.
But our man Hayden Deegan,
Welcome to the danger zone, baby.
he found himself in a bit of trouble over the weekend, Isabella.
And why is that?
Well, in the first turn of the heat race. You right? You good?
Yeah, why?
Oh, you're just looking around.
I was just looking at myself in the camera.
A bike got caught on the back of his, Seth Hemaker. And
His
then
what?
A bike got caught.
What's a Sethemica?
Seth Hemaker. It's a name.
Oh. I thought it was a thing.
His bike got caught on the back of Deegan, so it just like pushed him. Like obviously Hayden couldn't turn, and he was like throwing his hands up and shit. They got around. They didn't make like the main event straight away, so they had to get LCQ. But he's come into the pit and like going up to Seth's truck and like was like throwing his hands up and shit like after the race. And then in the last chance qualifier, Seth beats him, so gets a win
Wow.
over him. And then in the race, he goes off the track and gains like 5 positions, so he gets docked 2 points. But in the last corner for like 7th position, he runs into some dude, pushes him off the track and breaks my mate's collarbone.
What the hell?
Yeah. So, but he got docked 2 points anyway, so old mate beat him.
Wow.
And then he got fined $2,000, I think, for going up to old mate in the pits
You're
for the
right.
race. So,
It's a bit extreme.
I think his head's getting a bit too big for his body.
Do you have anything else about Supercross? Because there was something pretty funny that you showed me on the weekend.
Jog my memory. It's
The pit girl.
oh yeah, bro. I was just I forgot about that. In the 450 main event, the chick that holds like the 30-second board up on the Star Straight, she just walked back across the track with all her shit
In front of
in
All
front
the
of her.
bikes.
Got clipped by Cooper Webb. I don't think it actually hit her. It hit the sign. I got an interview here from her. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Welcome to Sweet Home, Alabama.
Okay, what happened?
Okay, so I was walking. I'd walked that way 2 other times previously in the race. And then I guess what happened was, since I was the last girl, I had to grab the boards. And so I guess between the time that I grabbed the boards, and I guess because, 450, they were going faster, something happened with the time frame, and I didn't make it across. That's all I got.
And then did you get hit?
I think the bike hit the board. So thankfully I had the board because I think the board just got me.
Okay.
And then I just dove.
So you're not injured at all?
I'm good.
No bruises, no bumps?
I'm good. I got
Alright.
mud,
Alright.
and that's all.
We'll see you at the next race.
So yeah.
Thanks, Aaron. Glad you're
Wow.
A sorry would have been good.
yeah. Like,
My bad.
we're actually not worried about you, bro. The poor fucking riders. Like, what did you say his name was?
Cooper Webb.
He's clipped the board, not her.
Jet
But-
Jet was leading, so he like went around the outside, and then Cooper was coming up like the inside
Yeah.
and like hit the board.
But wouldn't you just be so pissed being the rider? Like,
Well, Webb said he was actually more worried about what would have happened because she fell over.
yeah.
He was worried about people like that
Behind.
next couple of laps, like that
Yeah,
next lap.
obviously it's so worrying, but it just could have been so bad.
Yeah.
And in the way that happened, because they'd just come over like what was it like, or did they come around the corner or
Yeah,
over
they
a
come around
jump?
the corner.
Yeah, they had no chance to see her, and she didn't fucking look to see if they were coming.
So dumb.
And yeah, like they didn't even have a chance to stop or get out of the way at all. Like they barely adjusted at all when they saw her. So that was a bit wild. But yeah, luckily everyone was okay because it could have been catastrophic
Oh yeah, it could have been fucking terrible. But yeah,
for the
jumped.
bikes or for
Yeah,
her.
she jumped off the track. So
Poor girl. I would have been so embarrassed.
oh shit, yeah, she didn't really seem to have any sort of remorse, or
No.
she didn't really care, to be honest. Anyway, that's it for the spotlight this week, Isabella. What's up your nose?
Well, I actually just remembered I forgot to share my Daily Mail article.
Oh, I thought your footy show one was it.
No. But I'll quickly just pull it up because it's really dumb anyway. I just wanted to share this with you. Kourtney Kardashian keeps it casual in a zip-up hoodie and oversized sweatpants as she leaves the studio in LA.
Wow.
That's it.
Riveting news, huh?
Photos of her in a black zip-up tracksuit. Why the fuck is that news? I don't know. Anyway, do you really want to know what's up my nose?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, not really, but
So-
get me.
This happened to me yesterday. I went to Woolies and I get to Woolies and this really annoys me when I get there and there's only the really big trolleys left. And I didn't need much because we already had food at home, so I just needed to get like the basics. But what I needed was too big for a basket, but definitely not big enough for like a big trolley. But I was like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and like carry this really heavy basket around because I do that to myself too often. And then I end up just leaving because I can't carry the basket any longer, or I end up going and getting a trolley. So I grabbed one of those big trolleys and I was like, oh, well, doesn't mean I have to fill it anyway. So I go through Woolies. I just get like the bare minimum. So I just got some salad stuff, some meat.
Can I just interrupt?
Yeah.
Most stories, right, they'll have a start, middle, and an end. This one, she's going to have an end?
Obviously.
Okay, continue.
I'm just saying I didn't get anything
Yeah.
extravagant, like just but the bare minimum. Anyway, I got to the self-serve checkout and I was there scanning my items, and all of a sudden I hear this guy standing there beside me complaining about me to the fucking the lady at the Do you like this story?
Yeah, it's getting good. See, why don't we just sort of jump to this from the
Because I was giving context that there was nothing in my fucking trolley.
get the telescope out?
Nothing. Anyway, he's like, because he wanted to pay cash. And of course, I was on like one of the cash and card things. But only because that was the only thing that was available when I got there. And the girl was like, here you go. Like, that's available. But it wasn't that was pissing him off. It was the fact that I had a trolley in there. And he's like, fucking big trolleys in here. Like, why? It's not even quick to come through here, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, I'm standing at the closest, like, thing to the lineup. And then the lady's just standing there, like, like agreeing with him. And I'm like, I had literally 2 bags. I'm sorry that they didn't have a smaller trolley there for me. And he's like, they shouldn't be bringing these big trolleys in here. Like, well, I'm standing here waiting forever and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, so angry. Like, I was looking at him like, fuck you. Why doesn't he go to that little desk over at the customer service thing, the express checkout for people who have less than like 10 items, and go through there? Sorry, brother, but he had beef with me for sure. And it really annoyed me because it wasn't even my fault. But then I was like, maybe I'm just really out of line and I shouldn't have taken the big trolley in there. So what do you think?
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Did
It
you
pissed
know
me-
him?
No.
Oh, just a
He was
random.
being dead set, like, cranky about it. But then I come home and I was going to tell Jed and I was like, I better wait till the podcast. But I was like, fuck you.
It's pretty funny.
The other thing that's annoying me is the amount of people who can't spell my name correctly.
Or say it, probably.
Or say it correctly. Dead set. No matter where I go, whether it's at work, in public, people we know well, people we don't know well, my name apparently is Isabel.
It's so frustrating when you spell it out too, and then they spell it differently. It happens to me too. I get Jeff and Jed and shit.
It annoys me at work when to send me an email, they have to type my name in to send me an email and they still
Yeah.
write it wrong. I'm like, how the fuck can you be so ignorant? And it's something that also really annoys me because I would never, like, I'm just that person. I would check that that's how you spell that person's name before writing it in the email because that's just the right thing to do. But it really annoys me. Like when you said, when you spell it out to them and they still
It's literally there written in front of them.
they still can't get it. So then I spend my whole life copying Isabel.
Mm-mm. Maybe you should just change it to that.
So for anyone who didn't know, my name's Isabella. So Don't fucking call me Isabel or I'll get really upset about it.
Yeah, not towards you though, just to herself.
I was going to say, I don't correct any of these
No.
people. It's just so awkward because they just go on about it for so long.
I
And
told you a good way to get around it. They didn't know.
Yeah. And what was that?
I just said, "Oh, just call me Iz." If they ever call you Isabel,
Yeah. I don't know. But there's people that I've worked with for years that do it to me sometimes when because I often just get like a nickname at work, like Iz or whatever. And then when they just randomly call me like, yeah, Isabel, I'm like, excuse me?
ow.
Yeah, like that really hurts my fucking feelings. At least I feel like my family all know how to say my name, so that helps. The other thing that's up my nose is the fact that I can't turn my neck either side.
Ooh,
Oh,
pardon me.
because I must have slept funny on Sunday night. So I woke up yesterday. I just had like the biggest like kink in my neck. And I didn't think like it was quite painful. And then I got to work and I had like 3 people say to me, "What's wrong with your neck?" And I got worried. I'm like, do I have like this big lump in it? And they're like, no, but you literally cannot turn your head to talk to me. Like I was turning my whole body
Hate getting
to
a
like,
kick neck.
yeah. But it still hurts, and it's starting to hurt on the other side now because I think I've been turning
yeah,
the other
strained.
side so much. So
I had a friend in school. He got a kink in his neck when he turned around and looked at a girl's ass once.
you know how painful that is, hey? Like when you get the little kink, like really.
Yeah. I'll give you 3 guesses on who.
George Ryan.
You know the story.
Was that right?
Yeah. Shout out to the Grog Monster.
What's up your nose?
Well, Jeffrey Smith's gonna like this one. I've kept it under wraps until now. But my let's just call it my practice bike, not my new bike. Shitting the bed a little bit. First thing Saturday morning. Blew the main gasket on the head. So
You were just doing the practice,
yeah.
like the sight lap, hey? Lucky.
So yeah, it's
It's in the hospital.
getting repaired. But anyway, 110 hours on it without any work done. I think that's all right up in the desert.
True.
Just don't really want to see the bill for that one. But anyway,
Just another expense, hey?
yeah. I got a bit of shitting my charging port on my phone, so it wasn't really charging properly last night. But
Oh.
I plugged into my car on the way home, and it seemed to be doing all right. So hopefully it
We can't
keeps
look
going.
after phones, eh? Here I am. I've got water in my
I
speakers.
think they need to be a bit more durable.
Well, like, aren't these supposed to be like not waterproof, but like water resistant?
Yeah.
I spilled a little bit of soda water on it today because the fucking bottle exploded on me. That's what's up my nose, actually. A bottle of soda water, I opened it yesterday. It exploded everywhere. I opened a new bottle of soda water today. Same fucking thing happened. And that's gotten in my port, and like now my microphone sounds funky, my speakers sound funky. Anyway.
And then I've been seeing these new like Queensland government like road safety ads on TikTok and shit,
Yeah.
and they're just the worst.
Why?
There's an ad. It's like a dude gets in the car. It's like obviously being like sarcastic. He's like, "Oh, bro, you know what you should do? Give us like life-threatening injuries and like,
Oh my God.
drive bad." You know, that's what it's saying.
Isn't that like a little bit triggering?
I don't know, but everyone in the comments is like, "Thank you, Queensland government. I'm gonna go do this now." Such an inspiring ad and all this shit. It's like, what did they think was gonna happen? Like,
Yeah.
people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's so shocking."
Oh, that's weird.
And there's just a heap like that sort of, you know, they do like the same sort of theme with all their
yeah.
ads.
And you
it's-
see them over. and
Yeah,
over
it's just
again.
like they're just not going to hit the way you guys thought they were.
Yeah. That's weird, eh?
And there was
Most
like a
government
picture one. It
ads,
was like
eh?
what speeding's like in the movies, and it's like a guy like driving. There's like flashing lights behind him, and then speeding in real life, and he's like driving. And all his friends are like judging him in the car.
Judging him.
Yeah, they're like
It's
looking
so
at him.
icky. What
It's
the
like,
hell?
it's just not hitting the way you guys
No.
thought it was gonna.
Actually, you know what else?
Someone probably getting paid a lot of money for that marketing.
Yeah, what else is up my nose?
What?
My Reggio's due this week.
Suck eggs,
They
bro.
only sent me a reminder last week. Didn't have much like time to like mentally prepare for it. So, why does it cost so much to have to like have a car? It's so dumb. just gonna start walking around.
I saw a TikTok and it was a girl saying, "Pray for me this week. I got to buy laundry detergent, batteries, deodorant," and there was and then her caption was like, "I will never financially recover from this."
Proper.
Like, yeah,
I
it's a
hate
rough week.
one of those like shops. Deodorant's like nearly $10. Dishwashing tablets, like washing tablets, they're so expensive. Which reminds me, we don't have any dishwashing tablets, so
Shit.
gonna have to go do that shop tomorrow.
So I could be doing it the old-fashioned way, huh?
Yeah. Is there any Reddit stories?
Yeah,
for
I'm
me?
just getting it up. Okay, so sort of on the same theme from last week. What practically yells, "I'm very insecure"?
Ooh.
What do you think, Isabella?
Is it like a personality trait?
Yeah,
kind
like
of thing?
things people do. You're like, geez, you're an insecure person.
When I feel like there's a type of like person that posts certain things on Instagram, like say in a relationship, when they're really insecure, when they have to like justify everything about their relationship.
Someone says, posting in "Am I the arsehole" forums. It's like, please tell me I'm not the arsehole for this sociopathic thing I did. Being rude or bullying others that are innocent.
Yeah. What I was going to say is probably one of the most insecure people like I've ever known, or some of the most insecure people I've ever come across, are always like the nastiest people
Yeah.
in the way that
They're projecting.
yeah, they're so insecure in themselves that they comment on what everyone else looks like and what everyone else does, but in like the whole reason behind it is because they're not happy with themselves.
Yeah. Dependency on social media validation, someone says.
Yeah. Or just I would just say like dependency on like validation in general from people, like
yeah.
having people's attention and admiration.
Yeah, it's okay to be hated.
Yeah, but it's also okay like
I actually don't trust anyone that doesn't have any haters. What do you reckon about that?
yeah.
Like like someone,
It's normal.
like you're obviously
You're
putting
not
up a
supposed
facade.
to-
Yeah.
yeah,
You're not meant to please everyone.
Yeah. And I think people who just seek others' attention and like admiration, it's sad in that instance. Like that's what they just want it and they want it and they want it. And I guess if they don't get it, that's when they feel like they're failing.
Yeah. This person said pretty much being a people pleaser.
Oh, I'm a people pleaser. I
Yeah.
think people too that are just always so worked up about like what they look like.
This one's a bit similar to what you're saying. Putting your friends down in front of members of the opposite sex. I feel like a lot of insecure, especially women. Men do it too, but I feel like women do it more. Like,
Yeah, that's such a like bad personality trait too. But you know, people who are just so extremely obsessed in what they look like, where it just takes away from everything else. Like you're going to Woolies, why do you have to be so like glamorized for it and shit like that?
This one, there's a bit of me in this one. Hates to see others doing well.
Oh,
Not everyone, but there's certain people and I see him doing well. Like he frustrates me.
Yeah. I love how I just went, oh, and in my head I was like, me. No, I know what
Not
you mean.
everyone,
No,
but there are certain people I see.
I was
doing
going to say
well.
it's
like, oh.
actually so bad that people like you. I think it's very obvious when people don't like when others do well. You see it in the workplace, you see it around friends, you
Yeah.
see it everywhere. But I know what you mean when you see some people and you're like, damn it,
Yeah.
really? The people you probably don't think deserve to be doing so well either.
No, I don't, yeah, it's not everyone.
Yeah, just justifying it.
Someone said when getting mad at a server for being nice to your significant other. There's a lot of that.
What?
There's a lot of them ones like.
That's so bad. Do you get mad at people when they're nice?
No. Do you know what they're saying though? Like if a waiter was nice to you and I get like shitty about it.
Yeah, that's so bad. They're just doing their job.
Yeah, literally.
Would you rather them like be fucking rude and hopeless? I feel like in that case, like people that are insecure, like women or men, they'd be like they were flirting with you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's bad.
Yeah, what we're saying before, always craving attention of some kind, good, bad. It doesn't matter. Bad attention is better than no attention. True, you do see some people like that, just making a fucking fool of themselves.
Yeah. I think the other thing, I feel like they all intertwine, but people who are insecure are always talking about someone else or like judging someone
always
else's
have
like
something
success. Like even say like us starting the podcast, like someone that is insecure would be the first to be like, why the fuck are you doing that? You know, like questioning it.
Yeah, like that's so
you just-
embarrassing. It's like, oh, you think it is.
Yeah, like you think it's embarrassing if you do it. It's okay, you're not doing it, so that's perfectly fine.
Now this one here, one-upping. Fuck, I hate when people do that.
Yes.
Like, I only got like 3 hours sleep last night. I only got 2. I don't give a fuck. Can I just have this?
Yeah.
please? I'm tired.
That actually reminds me.
Or when you go, oh, I'm tired. Oh, wait till you have kids.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's exactly what I was
no,
about to
I
say.
don't have kids and I'm tired.
Yeah, like
Motherfucker.
that's what I was about to talk about. I've seen it a lot recently with like new mums on social media or pregnant women. And there was this one pregnant lady I follow and she'd come onto Instagram and she was like, I've had the worst back pain, the worst hip pain, pelvic pain whilst pregnant. Like I can't wait for the baby to come so I can actually like have a decent sleep. And she got absolutely roasted. Like so like she was really attacked on there. And she was like, ever since the baby's been born, I've been sleeping so good. Obviously I wake up, but she's like, there's a reason for it. Like before when I was pregnant, it wasn't rewarding having to wake up. There was no baby there. Like, and then everyone kept saying like, wait until you have the baby. Like, I think that's so annoying. And I get that at work sometimes. Like, I hate to come in and be like, I'm so tired, because it's like, wait till you have kids or blah, blah, blah. And I think in like today's society, the people that not the people I surround myself, but a lot of people I've worked with or that I've been around, they only talk about the negatives in life and the negatives of like having children and that, but they expect you to do it. And that really annoys me, because they sit there and they talk about, oh, kids cost this much and kids caused me to do this and I didn't get sleep this night and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't have any sick leave because my kid had whooping cough, blah, blah, blah. But then they go to you, so when are you going to get engaged? When are you going to have kids? And it's like, well, you can't fucking win, can you? Because you tell me not to have kids because I'll be tired, but then you ask me when I'm going to have them at the same time. Like, it's so frustrating. But anyway, that was a bit of a tangent.
I agree, though. I'm with you 100% on that, Isabella. Someone said men who call women females. I don't really get that one.
Me either. Actually, you know what just reminded me about like having kids and stuff? We had our own kind of experience on the weekend. That's a little bit up my nose, as if we had a child with us. On Saturday night, I, of course, was quite tired and I convinced Jet that we should let Arnie sleep in the bed with us. Arnie continued to spew about 6 fucking times in our room. The first time being in the bed, so we're up at like midnight changing the sheets and shit. And then he's just spewed and spewed and spewed. It was so bad. But I was like, I said to Jet the next morning, like, I'd been up and down with him all night. And I was really worried about him because I don't think it's normal for a dog to be sick like that. And especially him, like it's not likely or not common for him to be unwell. And I like laid back in bed. It was like 4 a.m. I had to be up at 5:30. And I laid there and I was like, I'm not ready for kids. I can't do this yet. Like, I'm too selfish. I like my sleep too much still. But yeah, is that all for your Reddit?
That's about it. I saw one that was, I mean, obviously, you know, people always say the most homophobic people are usually the ones in the closet. Very true.
It is.
Always projecting their insecurities.
Yeah.
I saw one that like I always see, I don't always see it, but like on TikTok and shit, like comments like that's so gay, blah blah blah. It's like, why are we still using that as
Yeah,
an
I was
insult?
gonna say, why is that still an insult?
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I saw one that's like that people who have like edgy bumper stickers and shit,
Yeah.
or like sexist bumper stickers. It's like, I feel like you're a very insecure person.
I find it so embarrassing when people have like really like politically incorrect things on
Yeah.
their car.
It's like you're doing that just to try and be cool.
Yeah.
You probably don't even
I
believe
don't even
what
know
that
who
says.
you are, and
Yeah.
like I don't give a shit about what's on the back of your car.
Anyway,
Anyway,
ready to wrap this shit up, Raz? It's getting
yeah,
late.
bro. Let's go to bed.
Thank you, listener. This one was a bit of a tough slog. We
We're sorry.
home late.
We'll be better next week.
Energy be better. But
We hope you enjoyed.
make sure to send in your voice messages. Let us know
Some
anything
confessions.
in the DMs. Oh yes,
They're
confessions.
in the bio. And we're always open to feedback, and if you have any suggestions on new segments or anything, let us know.
Share yourself wearing your merch on the Instagram so we can share it and
Yes,
See it out
make
in
sure
the
you
wild.
tag us and check out our TikTok, and pretty much Instagram is where most things happen. So
Yeah.
make sure you're over there.
right. Inspirational quote for the listener, Isabella.
Oh, I forgot about this. Can you go first?
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Who's that? Nelson Mandela or something?
Fucking Gandhi, you idiot.
I feel like my sister had that as like an Instagram bio back in like 2015.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Be the change you wish to see in the world.
Come on,
I'm
Buzz.
really sorry. I hate when you put me on the spot. Like I should have remembered this the other day, but I forgot. So
Have you ever seen Cal the Dragon on TikTok?
no.
He's like from England, and
Yeah.
he like does soccer shit, but he's like just I think he's just not the full quid. But someone like done a street interview with him one day,
Yeah.
and they're like, any inspirational quotes? And he's like, never believe you're good enough. That's a good one.
Oh my god.
Fucked it up, obviously, but
Okay. This is a good one.
okay.
Progress over perfection.
Yeah,
So instead of just striving to be, I don't know why I have to explain it to you.
I get it.
Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
Righto, guys. Thank you very much. We will talk to you again next week.
Okay. Bye bye.
Sayonara.